In this video, I will show you how quick and easy it is to strip silence your tracks from within Pro Tools using Forte. As you notice here, in my options, I don't have the strip silence option activated. Of course, you can go in and play around with values here. You can use the sliders, or you can type in your preferred values. Save, activate, and when you import your tracks, what Forte is going to do is it'll apply these settings to all your tracks. Now, this is not something that some people want. Some people want to have full control over single tracks or instrument categories and use those settings separate from one another. So for the purpose of this demo, what I've done is I went ahead and I've imported my tracks in Pro Tools without stripping the silence. So as you can see, I'm now presented with a situation that looks like this. And what I'm going to do is I will hit Command U, and what this is going to do is going to bring up my strip silence settings, the native strip silence settings of Pro Tools. Now, you need to be careful here, because what Pro Tools is going to do here is it is going to show you a preview that applies mainly to the first track, but when it strip silences your tracks, it'll leave behind some silences that you don't want, because what Pro Tools does, it takes the first track that you have selected, like I've done here, and it applies these settings all the way down to the other tracks. So if I click strip silence from here, you'll see that Pro Tools has left behind some silences that I don't really want. So I'm gonna hit Command Z to delete the operation, but let's do things using Forte and its automation. Okay, first of all, this is a trick that I recommend you use before doing this. You should focus on the track of your category of instruments. In this case, I'm working on the drums for the sake of this demo. You need to focus on the track that you find to be a little bit more tricky to dial in terms of settings. So what I'll do here is I'll deselect my drums here, and I'll focus on my snare. So I'll try to dial in the strip silence settings that I like the most for my snare, that I find a little bit more tricky, maybe something like that. And then what I'll do, I'll select the other tracks that I want Forte to strip silence. So in my case, that will be the tom 1, the tom 2, and the kick drum track. So instead of hitting strip silence here, what I'm going to do is I'll hit the strip silence from the top bar here. And what Forte is going to do, Forte is going to apply these settings individually on each track. Look at this. There you go. Super easy. So as you can see, using Forte's automation directly from the top bar icon will give you much finer control over your strip silence settings, be that on single tracks or entire categories of instruments.